That's a great question with the concurrency because, we just talked about this the other day. Somebody was asking me, well, how many devices are on the network at any given time? Quick calculation was 22,000. So you have 12,000 kids in the district. We have 1,600 staff. We have 6,300 computers right now, which we will be reducing, moving over to more of the mobile devices. And then we have more than 9,000 iPads. A simple calculation was 22,000. Now that may be reduced only a little bit because we will be reducing desktop computers, but then you got to think about all these other devices these kids are still bringing in. So at any given time, a snapshot in time to us would look like a minimum of 22,000 concurrent connections. So we not only have to look at it from a network planning capacity standpoint, but can our equipment also handle the throughput needed to support all those connections? So I think that's just as critical in any network, that you really have to look at where those bottlenecks could be, because the more access, the more traffic you have on that network, you can have the largest pipes you want, but if you don't have the equipment to support it also on the edge and internally in your IDF closets or your MDFs, then you're going to have a bottleneck there, and it's not going to be a good experience. One of the things we did to allow our students to have that 24/7 access is, number one, it was by giving those kids that don't have the access at home internet access. So we're providing that now. Another thing was we built out our own cloud infrastructure. So we have a private cloud we built out 2.5 years ago. So kids have that. It's fully redundant, and we have systems on there that if one part of the system is down, it fails over to the other system. So we built in high availability always, and that was one of the things I think we're most proud of, because we took 11 racks of servers, 110 servers, we virtualized it all, and now I have 2 racks, half populated, of equipment that's fully redundant. If I look to the future, that's really going to be, could be an off-premise cloud, or it could be infrastructure or equipment that's even smaller in size than it currently is right now. So the footprint keeps shrinking, but also we're trying to provide the high availability to our students at the same time with these systems. We're in a suburban area, so not the most ideal scenario. However, kids have access to the Starbucks, the McDonald's, the different places that provide the Wi-Fi. So they do have opportunities to go and hang out with their friends, or do some studying off-site. They certainly have the capability to do that in our area. Now, some of the drawbacks of that are there are some large highways that they have to cross. So they just have to be safe when they are making that commute back and forth from different places. And one of the things I'll say too is we've set up our wireless infrastructure, and we've encouraged students to come to school. They could sit in our parking lots and access our wireless. So if you don't have access somewhere, they always have a place to go to school. Even if the school wasn't open at a specific time, say it's 10 o'clock at night and they wanted to get something done, they could come outside the school, whether it be from a friend driving them in a car or whatnot, or their parents were driving them over, and then they get access to the network right from school.